I think what Donald Trump is really trying to do is be pro-family. I think what I have said is that we want our country to be more pro-family. There are, though, policy positions behind my view that the country should become more pro-family. It's become way too
To know and move within the family is seen by many as simply fundamental, an innate function of society. We struggle to accept or even consider the abolition of family because who we love, how we love, and who we are at our core is so intrinsically tied to the fable of the family. We couldn't imagine embracing an ideology that would sever our most intimate connections, even if those connections are poisonous. We do it all for our families. We will hurt, harm, or betray for our families because they're all who matter to us. Billionaires amass wealth and exploit resources to the detriment of the 99% in the name of the family. Legacy, lineage, empires, and we justify this selfish, individualistic behavior because we are agents of the family unit where exploitation is turned into duty. This is just how it is, right? The late theorist Mark Fisher responds to this fatalistic common sense with a brilliant idea called ambient discontent. It's the ache that feels like the truth, the hum that lulls you into accepting your cage as a cocoon. It's background noise, accepting the world as normal, but never really interrogating whence normalcy derived. You aren't happy and resent the conditions around you, but you press onward with that dull ache, and you mistake that ache for reality. You start believing this is all there is. Quote, the vividness and plausibility of this miserable world, with misery itself contributing to the world's plausibility, somehow becomes all the more intense when its status is downgraded to that of a constructed simulation, unquote. He writes, quote, the world is a simulation, but it still feels real, unquote. And in the simulation, misery is depth. You suffer, therefore you are. You grind, therefore you deserve. Ambient discontent makes the simulation of family feel natural. But this is zombie logic, a logic that hinges on the regulation of the human condition and the submission of bodies into form, or rather, a zombie form. The way that humanness, not to be confused with humanity, has been grammared, constructed into our psyches, is a death contract. Not death as a complement and continuation of life, but as the antithesis to life. Constructed reality and collective consciousness hinge on our commitment to consuming ourselves and others. So much so that we are decomposing shells of ourselves. Society becomes a machine of forced proximity, bodies made to coexist while decomposing. Not alive, not dead, just endlessly dying, a zombified intimacy. And it is through the family model that this intimacy is folded into commodification, suffering as pseudo-life. The world we're inside is both fake and all we know. Humanness becomes a fugue existence necessitating collective hallucination experienced as reality, even when unreal. That makes it hard to leave, not because it's good, but because it's so convincing. Not love, relation, and care, but their regulation through the concept of family. Not life itself, but the making sense of life through regulation.